everyone, today I'm going to give you my part 1 of my November book haul. I was rather bad and I've got over 10 books and it's not even halfway through the month. I've also got about half a dozen review books to go through, so without further ado I'm just going to go through them all and give you a bit of a description of some of them and why I picked them up, but I won't go into too much detail because if I do, probably here all night if that was the case. So here we go. Here's my part 1 of my November book haul. First up, I've got Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clarke. I'd seen some reviews and some other booktubers actually talking about this, plus the fact I was aware that this was a BBC TV series. It was something I quite fancied reading, but I never really got round to picking it up. Then I went onto Amazon and they've got a deal with 3 for £10, so I ended up buying three books for £10 and this was one of them. Another one that I got in the 3 for £10 on Amazon was The Secrets of Life and Death by Rebecca Alexander. This was just because of the fact that I was looking to see what else they had. I read the back yet. It sounded really quite interesting. The tagline says "Destined to Die, Saved by Fate." It says there, and I find addition to the urban fantasy genre. Apart from that, I don't know not much about it. It was just one that I saw. I quite fancied to look at it, so I decided to pick this one up. The next one is one I've had pre-ordered for ages, and it finally was released and I finally received it, which is Cam Girl by Leah Reader. This one looks quite a dark read. I have one of her other books on my TBR, Black Iris. I've yet to read it. I've heard mixed reviews both for this and Black Iris, but because it doesn't seem like a bit of a conventional romance book, I decided to give this one a go. So hopefully I should get to that at some point. The next up is The Relic Guild by Edward Cox. Now this one I picked up purely because of the fact that they were promoting the second book in this series. The name completely escapes me which one that is, but I thought, right, I'll have a look, see. I managed to pick it up for a couple of pound on Amazon Marketplace. I thought, oh well, it's quite a good size book for that type of thing, so I picked that one up. The next two, I blame some of the actual other booktubers who keep talking about Book Outlet. Now, although the Book Outlet is rather expensive if you go through the actual website, I did find that on Amazon.co.uk Marketplace they have a Book Outlet UK. So I ended up going and picking 2 books that I saw and rather quite fancied, and they are Copperhead and Iron Skin, which are both part of the same series. I don't know which one's the first one and which one's the second one, so if you know which one's is which, let me know. I really liked the cover of them. I thought they were quite interesting. They look quite steampunky and I was kind of going through that phase. They worked out to about like a couple of £1 each, and then you had another couple of £1 postage and packaging on each of them. So these I think look rather interesting and I decided to just pick them up. They really should have been October book haul, but they didn't actually arrive till again this month, so there we go. Next up we have Legends and Liars, which is book 2 in the Duelist trilogy. As you maybe have seen in my other videos, I was mentioning the first one, which is Swords and Scoundrels, and that I had bought this plus the fact I plan to read this month. So I bought the second one from Wordray.com. I will be buying the third one as well because I really think these look quite good, and as I said in my other videos, I'm currently playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which is about a brother sister, and I really wanted to read something like this. Next up, is The Man in the High Castle by Philip K. Dick. I've watched the first 2 episodes on Amazon Prime. They're doing a TV series, online streaming TV series, and I was interested. Now I know that the TV series is different from the book, they've stated that, but I'm interested to actually see what the differences are. And I'll hope to read that. It's not a big long book, so I might read that one in December after I've watched the television programme. I know some people like reading the book before the television programme. I can be either or, but because I've heard that this one is the TV series is so different from the book, I'm not too concerned. Next, I went into The Works, My Vice, and as always, they have their 3 for £5. I went in for a specific book which they didn't have, but ended up coming out with 3 books, and these are these 3 here. The first one is The Parisian Bake Off by Jenny Oliver. Nice festive one. I have that on ebook, but because it was in the 3 for £5, I thought, oh well, might as well. Then I've got A Gingerbread Cafe Christmas, which I haven't heard of. It's also published by Carina Books. Rebecca Reason wrote this one. Another Christmassy book. Another one I probably won't get to, but again, it was in the 3 for £5. And finally, it was The Piano Man Project. I have the first book that's by Kat French, which is, hold on a minute, Undertaking Love. Kat French is going to be at the Edinburgh, I think she's going to be at the Edinburgh book signing event next year. So I saw this one, and this is the one that spurred me to buy the other 2 books, because everybody loves a bargain. Next is another pre-order that I've had for ages. I keep waiting to come out. Again, I actually have an e-arc of this one, but because I have all the other paperbacks, I bought The Queen by Tiffany Rice. I love this series. This series is my addiction. It's the end of the original Sinners of the White Years, but thankfully the author has stated that there will probably be more. Regardless, this is going to be a bittersweet one because I really like this. I love the cover. It's just so brilliant. So this will definitely be a December one at least. And again, because I'm so weak, I've been seeing lots and lots and lots about Carry On by Rainbow Royale. There's been quite a few booktubers that I follow and watch. They've been talking about this. They've been crazy about this. I was unsure. I thought, right, okay. It was £6 odds on just under 7 on Amazon. I don't have Amazon Prime, so I couldn't get the free postage and packaging, and so I ended up going and ordering Fangirl, because I heard that this here is a kind of link to this, because the world of this is mentioned in this, and I thought, I'm going to have to read both. So I ended up buying both. Thank you. My bank account is now crying. So that's all the books that I bought, and I also have some review books. The first one is Heartbeat by Kay Bromberg. I have got the other 2 in this series, which is Slow Burn and Sweet Ache. So I've got the 3 of them. I've not read the first 2. I received this from Little Brown Books imprint Piatkus. So this is going to go on the huge TBR pile. And then I went and I actually got this one also from Little Brown. Now the funny thing was, I had just pre-ordered this one. Came in from work and found this sitting. It looks rather good. It looks quite funny. I love the cover. Don't know much about it. I like the cover. Thought, okay, so I have got this one. And then also from Piatkus is Secret Sister by J. Ann Kranitz. Sorry. I've not read any of her stuff. It says here, if you love Nora Roberts, you should love that. I've read a bit of the back of it. It just says in the tagline, Madeline and Daphne were once as close as sisters until a secret tore them apart. Now it might take them to their graves. I could go through the full thing, but I still have books to go through. So there's this one as well. We're not finished. Then I was sent The Winter Wedding by Abby Clements and published by Simon and Schuster. Again, a nice Christmassy one. I rather like this cover. I have seen it in the shops, but looks like a nice fun festive read, so this one as well. Next up is Coming Back by Lauren Dane. I have the other two of these, this was also sent by Piatkus, so thank you. Which is Opening Up, which is the first one, and Falling Under, which is the second one, and I have this one. I'd started Opening Up ages ago, put it down because I had another book to read in the time. Haven't picked it back up, but I love the covers of these. I think they're really nice, so I hope to get to read to that one. And finally, because I haven't got enough, I've got Misconduct by Penelope Douglas. I know that she wrote Bully. I don't know much about this book. It looks like, I've never seen this cover, so when I received it I thought this looks a bit interesting. It's got a little tag line here from Samantha Young, who's one of my favourite authors, so I've got that one as well. So that's all the books for my first half of the month. I'm not planning to get any more, but I'm so weak I probably will. If you've read any of the ones that I've mentioned, leave a comment below. If there's anything you think I should put to the top, I know a lot of people probably will say the Robin Roel 2 books, so if you let me know. And until next time, see you later. Bye!